Hey guys, so this video is about all the many ways to apply your foundation. I decided to do this video because I've had a couple of questions and comments on different ways to apply foundation. So I want to start off with my favorite brush, and I'm just going to grab a random foundation to use. I don't want to use anything that I use regularly. Okay, so this is my favorite brush to apply foundation with, and it's the Flat Top Bronzer from Sonia Kashuk. And I'm just going to show you how I apply my foundation. Now, these rules are not set in stone. This is not gospel. This is just how I do it, how I find it to be most successful. Put a little bit of foundation on the back of your hand. Kind of bounce it in. It's dirty, so it's going to not work. Will look as the way it would. You put a little bit of foundation and you... I wouldn't sweep it, because it can create streaks. You really can't see that, and it's not really creating too many streaks, but I find that working it in a circular motion is the best way for me. It's kind of small, but not too small. It works and goes in all different areas and where you need it to go. Going over my lid, I do at times go like this because I don't want it to be rough, and then go underneath. It's very soft, synthetic fibers, and it's a great brush. So that's one way to apply your foundation with this brush. The next way I want to show you is stippling. This is a great way to apply foundation if you want to get that airbrushed, perfect, but still natural skin effect. There's two ways to use it. Now, you tap it in, and you get some foundation on your brushes. You really can't see because it's dirty, and I'll apologize. You can swirl it. Swirl. Okay, but as you see, it's not really blending so well. Bring it in smaller motions, and you can tap. The tapping is actually the stippling motion, which is why it's named the way it is. Bring it in a small area and just... What it's doing is it's creating pores. If you're familiar with art, pointillism. Think about that. You see all those little tiny points and it looks perfect, but when you get up close you can see that it's dots. But this is even a smaller way to create the look of perfect skin, because it's just going in. See, it sheds a little bit, and you just bounce it off your face. These top fibers help to really give you that perfect skin look. Okay, my next brush will be the Precision Tip Cover FX 1. This I find works best if you kind of sweep it in your foundation on both sides and you have it on your tips. Start from the center of your face and work your way out. It's a small brush, but when it's fanned and when it's cleaned properly, it widens, and you can really go in, and it provides great coverage, and it holds foundation extremely well. Many brushes are designed for you to do that type of motion, such as these three. Okay? This one covers more area, so you can kind of move a lot faster. This is a great brush for heavy coverage because it's a big paddle brush. It takes up a big area of your face, and you can either do the short motions because of the way it's tapered in the front. It'll help everything to get covered well. Do the short motions. Sweep it back and forth. Turn it to its side and kind of blend it. Sweep it back and forth and blend. It's a really good brush. Takes up a lot of... This is like a 2-minute foundation face brush. I like it a lot. It's a really inexpensive brush. I will show you this next application with my special edition 109. This is no comparison to the true 109, but I'll show you just because I have it here. And yeah, so with that being said, let me show you. Put a little bit of foundation on the back of your hand. Dip it in. Get some foundation on the bristles. And swirl it. Really swirl it in To cover bigger spaces, you can do bigger swirls, but then you gotta really come in and blend it. Come in and blend it. You can go in either direction, back or forth, back and forth. And under the eyes, I always like to sweep it back and forth because I don't like to jerk the skin under my eyes. That's something that it's not beneficial. I love this song. I was a pretty big Immature fan as a girl. I'm not even gonna lie. I was big into boy bands. So that's basically what the 109 is. And next is my Sephora brush. Now, as you'll see, the way it's tapered, it really holds foundation in a really great way. So I like to apply a little bit in the back of my hand and get it just on the tips. Get it on the tips. You see? And I love the way it's shaped because look how it goes underneath your eye. Look how it goes around your nose. This is great for precision work. You have the tip here. You can definitely go in and do minor details. Come around your mouth to really help create that perfect lip. It's also great for contouring when you're using concealer and foundation to contour. That's really another interesting subject. Getting 2 concealers to help you contour, 2 or 3 concealers or foundations. But basically you'd start from the middle of your face, pressing down, short strokes out. Brush back and forth to help get rid of harsh lines. And then come and blend. And just kind of do it like jerky motions, because the jerky motions help to really blend it into your skin instead of dragging it back and forth. A lot of times that might create streaks, but doing that can definitely help to blend it without streaking. This is very similar to the way you would use this paddling brush, except for it's a lot smaller, as you can see. I like this because you can take it and it can really hold a lot of foundation. So I have about a dime size amount. You can get it all, you know? And what it does is it has foundation laying on each level of the brush. You apply it to your skin and it really helps to evenly distribute it. So you can brush at it with short strokes and a quick motion and pushing it down into your skin. Pushing it down and in and out. Work to the outside of your face. Move it back and forth in quick motions. And this is also a great brush for the padding, kind of a padding motion, because of the way it's tapered and the fact that the bristles are synthetic helps with that. So you powder foundation, and then I'm gonna go ahead because I know my video is running long. This is Mineralized Skin Finish Dark. It's a swirl. You can see the powder flowing. Tap and buff. And that is the best way to apply powder foundation with this brush. It's so dense and it's so full. Like, look at that. Seriously? It's just like a long handle, super dense kabuki brush. And then, speaking of kabuki brush, I have a kabuki brush. And you do the same thing. Any size kabuki brush pretty much works the same way. I also have a mini kabuki brush from The Balm. And it's so cute. It's probably about this big. It's so cute. Excuse me. And you swirl, tap it, and buff. Buff, 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 buff. And that's that. Another thing I didn't mention, when applying foundation, if you have a Fix Plus spray, or if you have water, if you want to spray a little bit of water onto your brush, and then dip it into the foundation and then swirl it, that helps to glide it on a lot smoother. And it can also, depending on if your foundation must be water-based to do this, because the water and the oil doesn't mix and it won't make for a great mixture on your face. So make sure your foundation is water-based. Mine is, because I have oily skin, don't need extra oil on my skin. Spray it, dip it, swirl it. Okay? And those are all the many ways to apply your foundation. Find which one works best for you and go for it. I hope this video was very, very helpful. If you have any questions or comments, then leave them below and just be in touch. Alright, thanks.